protest against this unlawful auction of my property. I am in a valid, verified, bona fide dispute with the mortgage company and David Rosen. The house is full of liens which you have not disclosed to anybody. I demand a postponement of the sale. I have the right of possession of this house, and no one else has legal right to this house but me. If this house is scheduled to be sold again anytime in the future from this day on, you, who were the process server unbonded that came to my door, must notify me in writing with certified mail return receipt. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. I have brought witnesses with me, and this action is being recorded. This is a summary process, and all who participate in this illegal sale of property must show that they are licensed and bonded to do so, to do the summary process or non-judicial foreclosures. I've initiated an abstract title search and quiet title action in land court system, and I alone am the true holder in due course. Do you hear that, Chris?
No.
Do you hear that? Because you're a witness. You're a witness. HRS 492-210, the requirements of statute of fraud section of this article, section 492-201, must be satisfied if the contract is modified and within its provisions.
What I recommend you do
Although
is
an attempt as modification or rescission does not satisfy the requirements of subsection 2 or 3, it can operate as a waiver. HRS 492-210, delegation of performance, assignment of rights. A party may perform the party's duty through a delegate unless otherwise agreed, or unless the other party has substantial interest in having the other party's original promise or perform or control the acts required by the contract. No delegation of performance relieves the party delegating of any duty to perform any liability for breach. GMAC, Ally, David B. Rosen, Cal Western Reconveyance, Promise Solutions, or anybody else who you're working for or who is not disclosed in this, who is foreclosing are in breach of contract for no lawful consideration. And I, John Lockabon, have a claim for recoupment under HRS 493-305 and distribution of all proceeds under HRS 498-105 and seeking monetary damages, injunctive and declaratory relief for violation of Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA 15 U.S.C. 1692, 1692E, false and misleading representations, breach of contract, intent to defraud, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, promissory estoppel, theft and conversion, breach of fiduciary duty, unjust enrichment, intentional and or negligent misrepresentation, malicious, wanton and intentional actions, and declaratory relief claims. You are now making yourself known as the culpable, liable, accountable, responsible party for the fraud and criminal activities you have participated today by holding this illegal sale, and you are now on record, Chris Curley. I demand if this is to be postponed, canceled. On record, this is being protested.
We got to call David Rosen's office. Have you spoken to David Rosen?
Did you hear that? Anything Rosen has to say, he can do in writing. This is postponed. It's